Maayong gabi sa ating welcome to our leadership talk on growing Ignatian leadership.
In this episode, you'll get to know a young leader whose journey beautifully reflects the Ignatian values of magis, pura personalis, and faith that does justice. A leader with a lovely soul and a heart that listens. She is Miss Claudelle.
Claudelle was born and raised in General Santos City. She is the youngest among three siblings, and at the age of 7, she lost her loving father. But that didn't stop her to work on her dreams. Instead, it drove and manifested the very fine woman she is today. Presently, she is a fourth-year BS Psychology student from General Santos Doctors Medical School Foundation Incorporated. She has worn many hats as a student leader and youth servant. She served as president of the SSG and vice president of the Teen Support Group at the Heritage Academy of the Philippines. Growing up, she has continued her mission of service as the executive vice president of Youth for Christ, Mindanao State University, General Santos City, vice president of the Altar Server Club at Notre Dame of the Diangas University, and secretary of the Catholic Youth Ministry in the Diocese of Marbel. Currently, she humbly serves as peer facilitator at the General Santos Doctors Medical School Foundation Incorporated and a lot more non-sectarian organizations that set her personal motivation to reach out for the least, lost, and the last.
Hello, kamusta ka? Thank you so much sa pag-accept na aming invitation to be our guest in this leadership talk.
Thank you po for inviting me. It's such an honor. Actually, my journey started back in junior high school. So, ako po kasi mahiyain pa ako na tao. Pero with that, my friends and my teachers see the potential in me kasi I was always available. Parang I started with the simple, anong ma-help ko dyan, anong ma-help ko sa inyo. Pero eventually, parang with that simple na action, being present, being available, doon na nag-start yung leadership opportunity until na naging president ako sa school and then nagpatuloy na siya sa church. Especially sa church, parang I find fulfillment in that leadership. You do it with love. Despite na parang may mga doubt, may takot, because it is also my first time na mag-lead, mag-serve. Pero it's really fulfilling kasi you get to understand your people more, na you are not leading them above, but you are leading beside them with empathy, listening to them, and of course, understanding them na it's not about you lang all the time. It's about them and serving the people.
Speaking of empathy, so there is one Ignatian value that speaks about cura personalis or the care for the whole person. So with this, how do you exercise or how do you practice this as your work as a leader?
Cura personalis or the care for the whole person became deeply personal to me when the pandemic started. Kasi during those times, meron tinatawag yung church na synod o synodality. So that time, I was part of the synodal team. So dito na time, we were able na to go out to people, to reach for the least, the lost, and the last, the marginalized. So with that, I practice empathy through listening. Kasi during that consultation, we listen to the people, mga tao na feel nila that they were rejected by the church or they were lost at the time. So with the things that I have learned from that, I try to practice it even until now, especially with the members na mas ma-understand ko na sila if there are times na absent sila, hindi sila maka-attend sa mga activity namin sa CYM. If dati in our younger years, mag-cry or magalit, ma-hurt, bakit kami na lang dalawa na iwan nung president namin. But at the time, parang after that synod, parang I understand na it's okay na you have to welcome them if gusto nilang magbalik, na you'll understand na lahat tayo may different reason. And just like Jesus, how He teaches us na to love and understand them with empathy. So ngayon, I try to uphold it wherever community I am in, sa lingkod Panginoon, sa school, or sa ministry ko sa church, sa diocese, na I have to understand them. I have to listen first. Rather than asking, ano kaya wala na sila, I start asking myself, ano kaya wala na sila? Maybe because of how we live or how we handle things. That's the moment na I try to understand in their own perspective, not on my eyes, but how their heart speaks through that simple interaction with them.
There is another Ignatian value that we often hear about, so, which is the magis, or doing more for the greater glory of God. So was there a time in your life that you were extra challenged, and how did magis inspire you to keep going?
I think Magi's help for me is the love that I have for the Lord. Parang it reminded me na I am doing this for God. Yung na-mention ko kanina na kami na lang yung president, pati ako as vice president ang naiwan. Yes. We were left feeling namin na we are abandoned, wala na yung mga senior, even yung kasama namin ng mga officers na wala sila during the pandemic. So, with that, parang it's hard for us. Kaya kita na lang manday na bilin. Parang, do we have to continue pa ba? But because of that love, because of God's love, and we are being reminded always through that synod, or grabe ang affirmation ni Lord na we are not doing this for us, but for Him and for His people. So, with Magis, parang it teaches me how to love God and His people despite all the despites. Madami talagang challenging, which is part of being a leader. Pero for me, I believe, ito ang palagi ko ginaremind sa sarili ko na I am for the Lord. May marinig kami na, ay, napaday CYM. Kasi dalawa na lang kami naiwan. So, syempre, masakit siya. We try na magkatawa lang, na, or kaya nga po, pero deep inside, it's affecting us. So, there are times na parang, there are dryness, maluya ka na ay wag na lang, di na lang i-continue, nag-stop gani sila, mag-stop na lang din ako. Pero we are being reminded na to just continue lang, to keep on showing up, to just be present and available. And praise God, with that magis, with that love, parang it grows deeper. The love grows deeper. So with that, parang we continue to do things out of love, mas naging intentional kami na we are not doing it for us to be seen or parang makagather lang, masabi na, oh, madami kaming youth, but doing it for the greater glory of God, na it is all for Him and not for us.
Diba, iba yung quality ng yung product na nabibigay niya kapag all that you do is with love and intention.
Siguro ang masabi ko lang is that you don't need to be the loudest or the strongest. You just need to be willing. Willing to listen, willing to love, and willing to serve. Kasi there will be moments of doubt, of exhaustions, or feeling unseen. Pero always remember that your efforts are never wasted, especially when they are done in love. So find God in all things, to care for the whole person, and of course, to strive for magis, to love more, to serve more, and give more, all for the greater glory of God. Because every small act of love you offer become part of something greater.
May this conversation remind us to lead with heart, to serve with humility, and to always strive for the magis, doing more, not for recognition, but for the greater glory of God. Thank you so much for spending time with us in this leadership talk, and I hope that you learned something. I hope that you picked up something in this leadership talk. Thank you, Ignatian leaders. Mabuhay and good evening.